All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew episode 1045. Wow, 1045. Already 1045 episodes. Wow, we'll be at that 100 mark in no time.
1-1.
Um yes, 1-1 Brandy. It is crazy that I know that I say this a lot, but it is crazy that it's 1000 and some episodes, to be honest with you.
I agree.
Um I think it's probably the most consistent thing I've ever done over a long period of time that I haven't lost interest in.
Uh,
I mean, outside of a job,
well, I mean, those
right?
are
Or my
necessities.
career, or, the things that I've always done, like, but that, and it wasn't planned that way. Let me say that. It was not planned that way. It was more like, let's do this for a few weeks while the whole country's on that lockdown because of that COVID thing. They said 2 to 3 weeks. We'll just do it for 2 to 3 weeks, and then we'll be back at the office. We'll be back in front of people. We'll do that whole thing. And yeah,
Here we
well,
are.
we all know how that all turned out, don't we? That is why, if you guys ever listen to the end of the whole thing, I always say stay safe out there, wash your hands, don't touch your face, don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know, because it literally started in COVID, like right the week that they locked everything down.
Hmm.
So nobody knew anything, right? We all didn't know anything, and that's why I said it's all I know. We're not supposed to touch each other, and just don't breathe, don't do anything. I don't even know it. That's all I know,
Yep.
right? That's how
Yep.
I felt. But I just rolled with it. I took it away for a while, and then everybody was like, "Bring it back."
That is
Anyways, I digress.
He tried, and we were like, no,
I really did. I really tried to change it, but everybody was like, "Nah."
nah,
I'm like, "Well, it doesn't really fit anymore."
but it's us.
All right. Well, anyways, that was the history that no one asked for. My name is Andy. I'm the guy that runs the back office over at KonaButterflyz. This is Brandy. She's got her Series 6, Series 7, Series 63, Series 26, Series 65. I went out of order, and
You
look at you.
did.
Look at your face. I went out of order, and you just went everywhere. Do you want me to say it back again?
Say it the right way.
Brandy's got her Series 6, 63, 26, Series 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know, so that way you too can get a pass notice. Dude, I know we talk about this all the time, but I'm going to bring it up because it's so important. A lot of people, you know, true or not, or however you want to say it, maybe it's a fad, maybe everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. I don't know. A lot of people say they have ADHD.
Well, I can't pay attention longer than 5 minutes.
I'm going to tell you this with I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is not a fad that Brandy has been going through, because I've known Brandy since we were 12.
Yeah.
And we are not 12 anymore. I'm not I don't reveal I'm not gonna reveal Brandy and I's age, but
Ah,
if you know us, you know us. I'm just saying we've been alive for a few presidents. You know what I mean? We studied in the 1900s together. Uh so I known her since she was 12, and literally she was the friend of she was her best friend was my friend.
yes.
Her best friend was my econ class partner. And for those kids who got cheated out of what econ
Home
is,
ec.
home ec, sorry, home economics class was,
Yeah.
because budget cuts, whatever. I don't know how the world operates, but anyways,
Yeah.
we used to have a class where they teach you how to sew, how to cook, and do other stuff
Yeah.
in the home.
Hmm.
Boys had to take it too.
Yes, that's true.
We all did.
Yeah.
Had to take shop. Everybody did. We had wood shop, metal shop. We had home ec. It was just the whole thing we did. We unfortunately didn't get to school when they still had auto shop, but these are all things that we used to have in regular public school. Anyways, my partner used to be her best, well, is her best friend.
Yes.
And I was really good at cooking.
Still is.
Her best friend was horrible, but I couldn't sew. So we were great. And getting back to Brandy and how she fits in this, she would literally run up, say a million things at once, and run off, and then bounce down the hallway. That's how I remember Brandy at 12. And then as we got into high school, it was the same thing. She was just literally all over the place. Literally could not pay attention to save her life. Years later, we got back together after, you know, we started families, and then we decided to be together. Uh, that never disappeared.
Nothing. Much changed.
No,
Shit.
still the same. Bounds of energy, cannot sit down. A million things going. There's probably 1,000 rabbits just bouncing off the insides of her brain
Fair enough.
at all times.
Yeah.
At all times. And the reason I'm saying this, guys, is because a lot of you feel that pain. A lot of you, whether you have ADHD or you just have a lot of things going on, or my favorite is people say, I got a lot on my plate. I can't concentrate. Y'all wanted a lot on your plate because you guys said you were hungry. Now you got a lot on your plate. That's a blessing. Do you understand that? When you say you have a lot on your plate, that's a blessing. That means you're eating.
Doing something.
You're eating. That's good. When you don't have anything on your plate, that's when you need to worry. And so many of you strive to have nothing on your plate so that way you can focus, that way you can concentrate. Oh, I won't have the kids for, the weekend. I won't have this going on. The husband's going on a retreat. The boss is on, I don't know, whatever the thing is, right? I've heard them all. And some of the stuff I won't even repeat because people are crazy when they tell me how they get rid of people and how they prioritize their lives and stuff. It's uncomfortable at sometimes, to be honest.
I don't want to know.
Don't.
Don't.
I'm like, don't you all love your family? But no, seriously, it's like you guys all want to be fed, and you guys got all this stuff on your plate. It's a good thing. It's a great thing, and it doesn't get any easier if you're doing things correct. If you're doing things correctly in your life, you're always going to be busy. If you are doing things correct in this life, you're always going to be busy. If you are achieving and doing things correctly in this life, you're always going to be busy. So let's just stop and take that whole thing out of the equation. So stop saying I would study, but I'm too busy. I would get this done, but I'm too busy. I would get this done but I can't sit still. I would do this if I could only concentrate. I would only do this if I could focus. I could do this it has nothing to do with any of that. It has nothing to do with anything at all. Because I will say this, the same reasons why you got stuff, you got food on your plate, why you got a lot of the things on the burners, or however you guys want to say it, whatever colloquialism, American colloquialism you want to pull up to describe how you're feeling in life, whatever it is, guess what? That's not changing because you're a high achieving person. You're doing good. You're doing good. Now we're at the next level. I'm going to talk to the kids that are gamers. You know what I mean? They relate to gaming.
Yeah.
We're at that next level. When you go to the next level, don't you have to have, a bunch of challenges? Aren't you challenged at every level? Right? You're challenged at every level. It gets harder and it gets more difficult. But as the good book says, God never gives you more than you can handle. So take a breath, take a look at your calendar, get a notebook open, and start prioritizing how you're going to get this thing done, and realize that none of those things that you say that you're too busy, you can't pay attention, none of that is the truth. None of that's the truth. The truth is you just don't want it. That's the honest truth. Be honest with you. That's the dang honest truth. You don't want to do it. And when you can get that straight in your head and you can be honest with yourself as to why you're really not doing what you're supposed to be doing, the quicker you can get to doing what you need to be doing. Until then, you just lie to yourself and say it's all these other things. You just blame the kids in their hockey practice or whatever practice, right? Or you just blame the fact that the boss keeps giving you more work, or you blame the fact that the husband can't learn how to cook, or the wife doesn't cook either. I don't know, whatever it is. I'm an equal opportunist when it comes to that, right? We all got our crosses to bear. Whatever the reason is, it ain't that. It's just that you don't want it yet. And you can't convince me otherwise because I know all of you are high achieving people and you would do whatever it took if you wanted it. If you really wanted it, you would do whatever the heck it took. And I've used this analogy a million times and I'll say it again. Many of you, if I told you there was $1 million, I should probably like go higher, huh?
Inflation.
There's $500 million on the other side of a door. Like $1 million used to mean something. There's $500 million on the other side of a door. They're like, Andy, $1 million, really?
Yeah.
No, 500 mil on the other side of a locked door. Some of y'all would try the door and be like, yeah, it's locked. And then you'd walk away.
I guess not.
Yeah, that's it. I'm done. Locked door.
No eggs for me.
I tried. No eggs for me. Right? We're gonna take a loan out just to go eat some omelets. No, some of y'all be like hooking up a chain to the doorknob or the door, right? Or you figuring out a way to just knock that door off, right? Or pull that door off with their truck, or just ram the truck right through the door, right? We'd be like, we will be buying a new truck after I get that 500 mil. I don't even care. What do we got? A Subaru in the front yard? It's going right through the door, right?
What you got?
What do you got? Right? Minivan? Who cares? It's going right through the door. Because it's the $500 million on the other side. What are you? You're not stupid, right? You're gonna do whatever it takes.
You're gonna make more money.
Your mom raised you, right? Your mom raised you to go throw that weigh out your options. Weighed out your options, and you realize I don't like that Subaru anyway.
Or borrow my neighbor's big old huge truck and just be like, I'll just buy you.
Yeah, you could go grab the neighbor's truck at this point. Be like, what are you doing?
I'll buy you two.
I'll buy you two later. You'll see in a minute. They ain't gonna be mad either.
Nah.
But the point is, you ain't gonna stop. But there are two different types of people. Ones that will go literally, if they have to, go drive the minivan through the door to get the 500 mil, and the other one will try the door and just say, forget it.
Not for me.
Who are you? Which one of those are you gonna be this week? Which one of those are you gonna be throughout this process? You got to make the choice. You got to make the decision. Quit lying to yourself. It is not an ADHD problem because Brandy teaches the stuff and she's got it really bad. So I'm just saying. That's how I got here. But
full circle.
Full circle, right back. Boom. Just to prove that I don't have it. There you go. Brandy has ADHD. That ain't it. You guys are all busy. That ain't it. There's plenty of parents on here. That ain't it. There's people that are sick with real illnesses. I mean, when I say real illnesses, we're talking the big C word, right? Life-threatening, right? We're like ones that we know that are undisputably, those are real illnesses. You know what I mean? Yes. Not to belittle anybody, but a cold doesn't qualify. You know what I mean? You're going to be all right. Take some Vicks, put some Vicks vapor rub under your nose and you'll be fine. All I'm saying is, guys, if you want it, you'll get it. So drive the minivan through the door. Let's get this thing done. And if you ain't got a plan yet, you need to join up, get onto it. We got 20% off the first month. So I'm taking that excuse away if you haven't started. And I explained last night, like we are the light at the end of that, you know, we are the light in the chaos. I'm telling you guys, if you have not joined in on some of these live sessions, I wish you would. We got a great message from one of the people who just only attended like 3 lives.
Yeah.
And she was like, dude, I've never scored this high in my quizzes ever.
Yeah.
Never, ever. Like I've always had like this 50%, you know, scoring, right? Is that what she said?
Yeah. She said she said she's never scored this high. And that through Kona, just through those 3 things that she's watched, she has hope that she can pass.
We're focused on passing.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't focused on teaching you guys. When Brandy's not, trying to teach you the whole FINRA book inside and out for no reason at all, because not all of that information is on the exam anyway. It's not tested that way either. It's not at all. These Q banks that you guys all go through, it doesn't matter. None of those questions are going to be on there anyway. We practice on the things that do matter. And if you haven't joined in on any of the stuff and you're brand new to the Studying Brew, welcome. Please share, let everybody know. You're going to see what we mean in just a minute. But we have other stuff. We have course videos. We do have a 21-day plan to get through it. I know there's a lot of people do 6 to 8 weeks. We do it, and we try to get this thing done in the least amount of time. If you're that person who wants to drive a minivan through a door, course videos, live exam sessions, all member sessions, small group tutoring, one-on-one tutoring, all these different options. Check it out. They're available books for sale, SIE 6 and 63. There is something for the 26 as well. Brandy's almost done with the 65. We got the Kona community Discord. Be sure to be on there. We also got, phone number 951-290-3077. Give me a call, give me a text. It's also when you scan that QR code, hit the links in the chat. You can find all that information, even a handy little video on how all the chaos works and how everything goes and how to do and all that stuff. It's all in there. So check it out. We got live sessions tomorrow. We've got the SIE, we got 65, we got study hall, we got small group tutoring. Email already hit your inbox, so make sure to check it. It has all the access you need, so that way you can be in those sessions. Brandy's going to go over some stuff. I'd be there. That's what all I'm going to say. Be there. They are the extra outside of the course material. Have you ever been through course material and you're like, man, I wish I knew something about this, or maybe I wish I could ask questions about something? There you go. Be on those sessions. There you go. That's what that's all about.
Yep.
It's not about reading a book to you live. I know that's what a lot of people do in these live sessions on all their other study preps. They just go grab a book. They read line by line, chapter by chapter they didn't write, and they just read it back to you like a live audible. No, we ain't doing that. This is more interactive. Check out these sessions if you're a member. Be on them if you can. Check that inbox. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We have audios on Spotify as well. But the one thing I want to say, if you're not following me on Instagram, I wish you would. I tell you what, because when they give me a picture and they let me know, look at that, scan the QR code to join our Instagram, so that way you can get on there. Because you know why?
Why?
Add another one to the Kona Hall of Fame, because we got a passer. Yes, we do. We got a passer. We got a passer. Yes. Congratulations to Nikki Cassetti. I think that's how you say that.
Yes.
Cassetti. I was trying to, all day today, I was like, okay, if you got two S's and two T's, it's got to be Cassetti.
Yes. I think so.
I think so.
Looks good.
I'm sorry, Nikki, if I said it wrong. But congratulations on passing that SIE. I'm just going to read what Nikki said.
Yes.
I got her message right before we jumped on the Studying Brew last night. So, but thank you for letting us know. She said, hello, Brandy and Andy. I wanted to say that I got it last night because you'll know in a second. I just wanted to share that I passed my SIE last Thursday. So it didn't sit in my inbox for that many days. I had to check a million times. I'm like, I just got this message. Yeah. She goes, I passed it last Thursday, January 30th. After 2 fails last year, I was very nervous and scared that I wouldn't pass again. My RVP gave us a trial of Kona, and I was obsessed. I really needed the content to be straight to the point, and Brandy does just that. I signed up at the beginning of January and completed the 21-day plan. I was nervous going in, but after a few questions, the keywords just popped out at me, and I was just flying through the questions. I only flagged one question. I actually felt confident hitting the submit button at the end of the test. I'm going straight to the studying for the Series 6 and plan on testing at the end of the month. Can't wait to use those connections. Thank you so much. Wow. That's what we're talking about. That's what I'm saying right there. Everything I just said about what we are offering in that 21-day plan and how we go through it and the keywords just pop in, going through the questions. She failed 2 times before.
Yep.
She knows what it was like.
Yep.
This time was different because she knew exactly what she was looking for. Congratulations, Nikki. Thank you for sharing all of that testimony with us, because I know there's a lot of people who are in the same boat as you or feeling the same way as you.
Yes.
And there you go.
Yep.
What do you want to say about that, Brandy?
When I saw the message, it just reminds me of why we do this.
Yeah.
And why we're so set on being different, because obviously Nikki needed it differently and we provided.
Exactly. And you know what? There's a lot of study preps that are out there that are, they are what they are. And Brandy and I, sometimes we run across it where people are like, why aren't you more like them? Kind of like your mom, telling you, why aren't you like the neighbor's kid?
Yeah.
They go to school on time. You know what I mean? Well, no, I'm just saying is we've always been, both of us have always been the black sheep.
Sure.
We are the black sheep of this whole thing. But you know what? Some of us need them black sheep in there, because right. It is the connection that we needed to get it done, because not all of us see it the same way. Right.
Yep.
And I'm so happy that we are an honor to have helped you pass this thing, Nikki. Congratulations. Let's go get that Series 6.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, you ready? What are we doing on Wildcard Wednesday, Brandy?
So we got this idea from the After Brew.
Testing techniques.
When somebody asked, okay, Monday and Tuesday, great.
Thank you so much. Fantastic.
But what about those 1, 2, 3, 4 questions?
What about the Roman numeral questions?
Yeah. Like, what about them? And I said, well, it's the same process.
I wish you guys could know that she's doing 3 things at once right now. She's trying to talk and type and text 2 different people.
Yeah. But so she was like, what about them? And I said, you know what? Be on tomorrow. Be on tomorrow. We'll pull some questions. So I want to say this, guys. I opened one 20-question quiz. Then I found a question. Then I opened another 20-question quiz, found a question. No, I found like 2 or 3 of them. I found out of I think how many questions did I see? 20, 40, 80, 60. Yeah, out of about 100 questions, I found 6 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. And that was 2 different exams.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot. So I understand how these are stressful.
Some would say the numbers are in your favor if you don't get no Roman numerals, because the chances are, even if you got those wrong, they're probably only 1 or 2.
Right. And what we've heard is, or what we've been told numerous times, is that the FINRA tests, so the SIE, the 6, the 7, the 26, the 24, those tests, they don't have Roman numerals on the actual exam. Now, the 63, 65, 66, those are still going to have them. However, your question banks, no matter which provider, which brand you're using, it doesn't matter what exam, has the Roman numerals in their quizzes.
And I always say this all the time, that it doesn't matter with our test taking techniques what exam you're taking, meaning we teach this stuff to our kids and they get Roman numerals. So it doesn't even help that.
Right.
So let's go.
So we're going to focus on the Roman numerals today. So we will probably do a little bit of content tonight, just because
I would say this is less test taking techniques as per se. I would say this is more of a strategy.
There you go. Strategy. I like that. This is strategy for when you hit these, right? So first thing that I do is I still always look at my answers. You got to look at A, B, C, D. You got to know how many are you going to pick out of these 4 choices, right? Are you picking 2? Are you picking 1? Are you picking 3? Are you picking 4? Right? So you're going to look, okay, it's 3 or 2 of them, right? And then what I like to do is as the ADD and or distracted human that I am, sometimes I would forget that I really liked 1 by the time I got to 4, and I was like, wait, did I pick 1? Like, was 1 a choice or not?
Right.
Does that make sense? So mapping it out like this really does help. Now, some people choose to also A, B, C, D on the bottom, because remember, you can't write on the test. You can't write on the screen at the test center. So this is a way for you to do that. Okay. So I didn't hide the question tonight because look, we see entails, carries, entails. Sometimes just starting off with the question works, right? So I'm just going to look. Entails an investment of money. That's what number 1 says.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Carries an expectation of profits. Carries expectation, but no guarantee of quarterly distribution of dividends or interest. That's a really long one.
Yeah.
Entails investor reliance on the effort of others. So I'm just going to look at the question because I don't know what we're answering.
Right.
Under the Howey test, a Supreme Court case established standards for defining an investment contract. Which of the following is a characteristic of a security? All I need to know is what a security is. Investment of money, that sounds like a security. Number 1, yes. 1, not here. Oh, wait, forgot. I'm supposed to mark it off over there. 2, expectation of profits. Why else are you investing if I don't get a profit? Sounds good to me. Oh, 2's in every single. Didn't even need to read 2 because it was there. Carries an expectation, but no guarantee of quarterly dividends. How many of us even knew what dividends and interest was before you started studying? Right. I don't know. 4, reliance on the effort of others. I don't work for the ABC Corporation, but I bought their stock. Sounds good. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no 4 there. There's no 4 there. Boom. That's how you do it, guys. You just map it out. So I did this today in the series 26 class. Okay. This was not a 26 question, but I did this today. And the people that were on the 26 class were like, I never thought of mapping it out off to the side. I never thought of that.
That's what that scrap paper's for.
That's exactly what the scrap paper's for. Right?
Y'all get scrap paper when you go through these exams. That's what the scrap paper's for.
Yes.
If you are not, when you sit down, like there's quizzing when you're at the lunch, at the lunch with Carol or Bill or Enrique, whoever, right?
Yes.
There's that. We're not doing the scrap paper, right? We're not that serious right at that moment. We're just doing a quiz. We're going through it.
Right.
But when we're sitting there at our desk and we got the, noise canceling headphones.
Yeah.
Some of us have bigger headphones than others, bigger brains. All I'm saying is you need to have your scrap paper out.
You do. This is essential.
And if you want to feel like you're at the real exam, get a Sharpie, slam it 4 or 5 times on the tip. So it's a nice big dolly.
Yeah.
And then do it that way.
Yeah. So you can do this with your fingers.
You could.
You could. Oh, lots of words. Lots of words, right? Same thing. But we're going to attack it the same way. Okay. I'm not going to pull all 6 questions tonight, but I'm going to attack it the same way. Only, I'll do it on paper. It's easier to do it on paper. Right? I'm going to start with the question. Because you know why? Question's a lot shorter than dealing with all of those words right there. Okay. I'm looking for one of the terms, broker dealer, which of the following is not included in that definition. How many of you guys keep getting nots and accept wrong?
Yeah, that's most of you.
Right?
Why are you not getting it right?
Huh?
See how I got the knot in there? Because you don't write down the knot. You don't put that on your paper. You don't make it a thing.
Now, sometimes in my head, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say a broker dealer is a firm and I transact business. Okay. That's where your that's where your content comes in.
A little bit of content there.
Transact securities. Okay. Right. 1, an individual employed by can't be a firm. Can't be a firm. You're not a broker dealer. So get out of here.
Boom. Already down to A and B.
Let me see here. A business entity seeking to raise additional capital. That doesn't sound like transacting securities. Get out of here.
We're left with B.
Do I have to read 3 and 4?
Nope. Move on.
Oh, wait. I chose the wrong one.
You chose the wrong one.
Hold on. Let me erase. Hold on, guys. Let me erase. My That's what happens when you pull questions at 2 and put them together at 10.
ADD, everybody.
That is ADD. But that's it.
ADD.
Do you guys see that? That's it. I didn't even have to read 3 and 4. Just boom, done. All right. Let's do another good one. Let's do another here.
Why are we going through them? Are we going to do them all?
I mean, we can. It's just kind of like the same strategy over and over again. But
okay. Well, what Brandy's saying is,
we can go back.
We're not going to do those ones.
We can go back. All right, ready? 1.
She doesn't want to keep you guys up all night.
3, 4. Okay, guys, ready? Savings plans, education savings accounts, secondary school funding plans, prepaid tuition plans. Which of the following are 2 basic Section 529 plans? Basic Section 529 plans. Plans. But wait, hold on. Let's go back to the word basic. Because I'm only picking 2, right?
Yeah.
Secondary school funding doesn't sound basic. But a savings plan, I don't think you can get any more basic than that.
That's super basic.
And then...
So we're already down. We already eliminated A and D then.
And then how about a prepaid tuition plan? That's more basic than secondary school funding.
Right.
Wait, I did it right over here.
And secondary school funding doesn't always something that most people do. Not everybody has to go pay for secondary school. And what is secondary school? It's more specific.
It's very specific. It's not basic.
Exactly is the point.
Yes. That's it. There you go. That's it. That is how you approach the strategy of a 1, 2, 3, 4 question.
Because a lot of people think that secondary school means high school.
Isn't it? I don't know.
Be a secondary school. I don't know.
I just know it's not basic. It just
Yeah.
seems too specific.
You're not going to do anymore?
Oh,
Oh.
can.
I mean, if you guys have to leave, you don't have to watch it all, I guess.
That's true. All right. Picking two again. 1, 3, 4. Now, I went to the answers first on this one. 33 is new and it's paper, right?
A little bit of content.
Prospectus is written on paper
Yes.
and is for new securities. So right away, those are the same. Then I went to the next one. 34
People.
is people and secondary because you need 2 people for that. Secondary market, boom. So these 2. So all I need to do in the question is look for new or old. Okay, guys, ready? New or old. Which of the following would be applicable to non-exempt securities, those that must be registered, being offered to the public, being offered to the public by a corporate issuer, right? Must be registered. That sounds like paper to me. Boom, boom, boom. So the answer is 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Boom, boom. That's it. That's it. I think a lot of times people look at these as that you have to answer 4 questions. And actually, it's like 1.5.
Yeah, because as soon as you got one, you're done.
Yeah.
A lot of times, one of them, you just eliminate one or you get one, then you can just pretty much zero in.
Right.
And then you might start liking these Roman numeral things.
Yeah. Once I started mapping these things out like this, it no longer became a thing. No longer became a thing. Look at how short that question is. Which of the following are discretionary orders? Well, one thing about discretionary orders is that the rep is going to pick the action, the asset, and the amount. So if it's a discretionary order, all 3 A's are going to be there.
Right.
Okay. 1, that's too long. I'm going to skip it. 2, it's 2 lines. Okay.
I got it.
Customer instructs an agent to buy 1,000 shares of ABC Corporation. You guys see that? 3, a customer instructs an agent to purchase action as many shares as XYZ asset as the agent considers appropriate. Ooh, missing. Right? Oh, wait, hold on. I did this backwards. Get me. See why I mapped this out? Because it says which is discretionary. That's discretionary.
You circled the other one first, though. Why?
Because I said that if all 3 A's are there, but it's actually if the agent picks one. If the agent picks an A, it's discretionary.
The other one was the customer did one.
Yeah, so this is non. So cross that off. Sorry, my bad, guys. My bad. Long day. 3.
This is where mapping it out helps.
It does because I used to mess up on these all the time. Can you tell? I used to mess up on these all the time. So this is why I mapped stuff out, right? Okay, 4. A customer instructs an agent to sell action 300 shares amount of LMN, right? So this is not discretionary. You see why I have to map it out? So then one should be discretionary, right? A customer sends a check to an agent, instructs an agent to purchase action. Bank and insurance company stocks. No A. There you go. That's discretionary. So the answer is 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Boom. Boom.
Because if it had all 3, then the agent didn't do it.
If it's all 3, it's not discretionary.
Right.
There you go. See, I had to map it out. Map. When you guys have a okay, you know how Andy started this whole thing off this today, talking about like you are too distracted, you're too busy, you can't focus, whatever. Neurological problem or not, map. Map.
High caffeine dosage.
It doesn't matter. Map. This right here is what we teach our members. This right here is the difference between picking 1 and 3 or 2 and 4, which would have been wrong. This right here teaches you to slow down. Wait, hold on. What am I looking for? Hold on. And I would probably put both of these on my paper because, like, obviously my focus level is not there.
Yep.
There you go.
By the way, I think that's it. And well, we'll just skip that one because I'm going to say this. Today, Brandy had a great episode today on the Series 26, which is available for all members, I believe, except for the Series 65. I don't think I did it for that one. We can make it. If you're studying the Series 65 and you want to see this Roman numeral, I believe I have it for everyone. But Series 65, let me know. But here's the thing. She went over an hour on how to do Roman numerals today. Go check out that episode. But I'm not studying the Series 26. Go check out that episode. Go check out the episode. It's the strategy, it's the mapping, it's the learning how to do it. And you don't want to miss out. If you're a member, you already have access to it. If you aren't a member, you can buy that episode and you can go check it out later if you want. Make sure to get on there by scanning the QR code and you guys can get on there, go check out the membership area, go look for that Series 26. It's in the feed and you can buy it or just join up to go get it. But it goes over those Roman numerals in great lengthy, I would say, what do you say, lengthy and instructional period of time there. Like, yeah, she goes into it a lot.
I do.
Shows you how to map, how to do everything, more than we can do tonight for free. Yeah. Go check it all out. All right, everybody. We got member sessions tomorrow. We've got study hall. We've got small group tutoring. We got a lot of things going on. Make sure to join in if you are a member. Tomorrow night, we will be back for the Studying Brew, the free. We'll be going over content. We'll doing techniques. Same bat time, same bat channel. But you know what? But none of that can happen if you don't stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. And keep the positive mental attitude. PMA. Everybody have a great night. And congratulations, Nikki, one more time.
Yes, congratulations. Thank you guys for being on. We super appreciate you. Do not let those Roman numerals get you down. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.